Hi, everybody. All right, good morning. Today is Monday again, a brand new week. And this is actually going to be the last week that Miss Laura and I are making videos, so we hope you enjoy them. I have my message board here, so we'll go ahead and start with message one. Yesterday, Miss Laura, on Friday, so before the weekend, Miss Laura made a video. She kind of explained water a little bit and how she's been working a lot outside, and she was talking about her plants and some bushes and trees and how those kinds of things use water. And then she was wondering about, well, what happens when you put things in water? And she used a special word called dissolve. So she asked, what dissolves in water? And she had 4 cups of water, and she had put like warm water in them, and then she had 4 little bowls, and one had salt, and there was sugar and flour, and then one with pepper. And she one by one put like the thing in the water and mixed it up, and then at the end we could see what dissolved, meaning what mixed in all the way and kind of looked like it disappeared, so it looked just like water again, and what did not dissolve. So I'm thinking about like the pepper, which was the last thing Miss Laura put in the water. It did not dissolve. It looked like dirty brown water. So the pepper did not break apart and disappear. But like the sugar, when Miss Laura dumped it in, at first it looked kind of white and cloudy, but she was stirring and stirring and stirring, and then after a little bit, all the sugar dissolved and it looked just like water again. But if you would have drinking it, it would have been very sweet. It's like sugar water then. So that was a fun experiment. I wonder if you got to try it, or maybe you found some other things at your house to experiment with and see, what do you have at your house that dissolves, or what do you have at your house that does not dissolve? So give it a try. It looks like it was really fun. For message 2, I wanted to go ahead and just talk about facts about summer. So we are now officially in summer. Over here I wrote June and the number 21. That's for a date, June 21st, which was actually yesterday. June 21st is the official first day of summer. So even though it's already been looking and feeling a little bit like summer, it is now officially summer. And just some things that we might notice in summer are things like the weather. So it might be warm or hot. Some days are nice and warm, and some days are really hot. You can just really feel it. So I drew a big bright sun here. Also in the summertime, we get more like thunder and lightning storms. Yeah, kind of interesting. We don't get so many in the winter, but we do get a lot more in the summer, and that has to do with the temperature changes and a couple different things that make the weather work. But we see them in the summer because we have that warm temperature. So more thunderstorms, and yep, June 21st is the first day of summer. And then down here I drew some fruits like apples and cherries and blueberries, because in the summertime, especially here in Michigan, the state where we live, that's when we start to see those kinds of fruits grow. So even though when you go to the grocery store, you can buy those fruits all the time, like even in the middle of winter, you can still go buy apples, cherries, and blueberries. They don't grow here in the summer. So in the winter, we have to get them from other places that are sunny and warm all the time. But in the summer here in Michigan, those fruits do start to grow, and sometimes you can go and pick them. Like you could go to an apple orchard, or there's a city in northern Michigan called Traverse City where there's a lot of cherry trees where you can go cherry picking, and blueberry picking you can do around here too. And there's other fruits as well, and vegetables even sometimes too. So that might be something you get to enjoy over the summer. Yeah, so I just thought since it's officially summer now, we might talk a little bit about summer. And for message 3, I wrote here, summer rocks, and I put an exclamation point. And I thought this was funny because the word rocks, it can mean like 2 different things. So here when I write like summer rocks, I'm like, yeah, summer is awesome and it's super cool and I love summer. It rocks, right? So somebody might say that, but we also know rocks can be like the rocks that you might find on the ground, like the ones I have here. So today I thought we can do a little project with rocks. because it's summer and summer rocks and we have rocks. So I actually got to go to my mom and dad's house yesterday for Father's Day, and my mom said I could take some rocks from her garden, so I asked first and she said it was okay. So I have some rocks. I have this kind of big light brown one. I have another brown one that's a bit smaller. And then I found this other one that I thought was pretty cool. It's kind of light gray with like dark gray stripes on it. So I collected these rocks from my mom and dad's yard. And then something else for this project is you'll need paint. So I just have like these tubs of colored tempera paint, washable paint. Oh, and I have green too. And then I have my paint brushes. Or if you don't have paint, you could try this with markers instead. But we need something bright that's going to like mark the rock. So I'm not sure colored pencils will work. You can try it, experiment, that's fine too. Maybe crayons will work, I don't know. But if you're going to do paint, I think like liquid tempera paints are going to be working the best. But like I said, you can experiment and try and see what happens, right? So for this project, you can paint on rocks. And it's just kind of a fun and different thing to do painting on instead of paper. So I'm thinking I'm going to use this big one. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to paint like a little face on it. So I'll have like a friend that's a rock. So I think I'll try some blue first. And this can be a little messy. So this table is okay. At my house, if it gets a little messy, but you might need to, if your table can't get messy, maybe put down like some old newspapers or plastic bags or something. And I also already have a glass of water and paper towel ready to go to help me clean up just in case. But I think for this little guy, I'm gonna paint, like maybe a little eyeball over here. I'm gonna give it blue eyes. Eyeball right there, and let's see, I'm gonna do another eyeball right there. Yeah, so now I've got two blue eyes on my rock. What else can we add? If I'm putting a face on my rock, what else should we put on there? Maybe, probably like a mouth, right? Yeah, I think I'll do an orange mouth. Okay, let's see here. Get some orange on my brush. I'm gonna make it a smiling rock friend. There we go. So now, got a big orange mouth and a smile on my rock friend. And, oh, you know what? I think I want my rock friend to have some hair. So I'm gonna use, I think, purple. I'm gonna give my rock friend purple hair. Yeah, but if you think you want to paint on your rocks, you can paint whatever you want. It doesn't have to be like a person or a face. You could paint an animal or just do some colors and designs like maybe polka dots or stripes or swirls. It's totally up to you. You get to choose what you want your rock to look like. But they're kind of fun to paint on. Like I'm picking mine up now to help me reach the places where I want the paint to go. Now there's some purple hair stripes on its head. And I can keep adding more things if I want to. Maybe on my smaller rock I want to paint something else, or maybe like on the striped rock. It's kind of like reminding me of tiger stripes. So maybe on this rock I could paint an animal like a tiger if I wanted to. But that's the cool thing about rocks. It's kind of like having a blank piece of paper. You can paint whatever you want on them. And then they'll need some time to dry. But when they're totally done and dry, for example, I painted this one earlier. This one I decided to cover the whole rock in yellow. And you know what this was? You can see on the back, this was a really dark rock and it was really flat. So I had to paint yellow and then let it dry and then paint yellow again. And I think I actually did 4 layers of yellow before I liked the color that it was. And then I painted the flower on it. So now I have this fun, bright, and beautiful rock. And you know what? Sometimes these are fun to take with you if you go like on a walk or if you go somewhere with your mom or dad, and you can leave them in places outside for other people to find. It's kind of like a fun surprise for maybe other people going on walks. So I thought, you know what? This one's dry. I can't take this one yet because it's still wet, but this one's dry. we can take it on a walk and put it somewhere fun for somebody else to find or for somebody else to look at. Would you like to come? All right, here we go. We'll take the camera. We'll take the rock. We're gonna leave this, buddy. You say you dry. We'll be back later for you. And we're gonna go out the door. And go outside. Let's see, I do need to. All right, here we go. We'll take a little walk. We'll find a spot to put the painted rock. So I'm just going to walk on the sidewalk here. That's safer than being in the parking lot or the street. But maybe I could leave it in the grass. Oh, you know what? Maybe not in the grass because I don't want the lawnmower to run over it. So we're going to have to find a different spot to put it. And I don't want to put it on somebody's car. That wouldn't be very kind because those cars don't belong to me. But we can find a safer spot to put it for somebody to enjoy. Let's see, I'm going to go all the way to the end of my sidewalk here. You know what? I see this big lamp post. I wonder what's at the bottom. Let's find out. Oh, you know what? There's a little box here. I can prop our rock right there in the little box. And then somebody who's walking by might see it or find it, and then they can look at it and enjoy it, or maybe they want to take it with them and have it in their home or garden. So that's a fun thing you can do with rocks and how you can share them with other people that maybe live near your house. I hope you get a chance to try it. Miss Laura will be back with a video tomorrow, and I will see you again on Wednesday, all right? Have a great day, everybody. Bye.